afternoon, good morning everyone. This video is going to be how to get that clean, effortless makeup look with only using drugstore products. So we're not breaking the bank, we're doing it on a budget. And I love all these products, which is why I'm sharing them with you. So let's start. Right, I'm actually going to start off. I've used the CeraVe moisturising cream on my face and now I'm going in with the Lano lips. This is like my favourite affordable lip balm. I just think it's so hydrating and it lasts. There's nothing worse when you put a lip balm on, it disappears in like 5 seconds. And now I'm going with an all-time holy grail product from the drugstore, which is the L'Oreal Lumi Lotion. Even on days when I don't want to wear any makeup, I love using this. It just adds like that veil of holiday on your skin. Hello. But I'm really annoyed because basically I filmed the whole of Berlin. I went away with H&M and it was an incredible trip with Alice. We did like a little get ready of us in the bathroom and I showed you the rest of it. Did I record audio? No. So well done, Lauren. I literally downloaded all of the footage. I said it's literally like 40 minutes long. Nothing. No sound. At this point I should just quit my job really. No, I was really upset, but it's the new camera. I'm getting used to the settings still. That's the excuse I'm going with anyway. That's just added that like wash of bronzy glow to my skin. And then over the top, one of my all-time favorite foundations is the L'Oreal True Match Plumping Tinted Serum. I feel like this is a dupe for just like any of those high-end serum-y type foundations. This is honestly just as good. And it's in the shade 2-3 Light, which I do find a very good shade match, which you would hope for with it being True Match. This is incredibly dangerous. I'm putting on drop of foundation wearing a white jumper. It's like I'm asking for trouble. Ooh, I didn't quite realise how much of that I put on. Let me just, I got a bit carried away there. That is a lot more than I usually would do. I'm just taking that same brush and going in and blending it. It's actually a stippling brush. I've been preferring a stippling brush to apply my base products recently because I just find it makes it such a natural finish. But I think for my base, that's my favourite way to do it, is kind of use quite a few products, but really thin layers, so then you get that natural build of glowing under the skin. For concealer, I'm going in with the cult classic Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. Honestly, this time of year in England, it can get, not depressing, but yeah, depressing. Under my eyes, around my nose, and on my chin. I'm really sad about losing that footage because it was such like a lovely video. We're talking basically, it was like a kind of girl talk. And I'd love to do more of that like with my friends on this channel because I love my friends. But I do. It's nice in a way because then it's not just me speaking at you. I'm currently getting ready to go to brunch actually with all my friends, funny enough, which should be really, really lovely. My best friend Clara works at Remas, which is a sustainable clothing company. They started out on Depop, I believe, and they were just like reselling vintage clothes. They've kind of like expanded into this business, which is incredible to see. And we're celebrating some of their collection launches by having a lovely Valentine's Day brunch. I'm just going back in with this, sorry. Yeah, I'm having a doodle dash. Back in with my stippling brush and just blending the concealer in with my like base. Because you know I'm all about that base, I think that's my skin done. Natural it still looks, but also flawless. Talking about flawless, to finish it off actually, I'm going to do this, which is going in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is also gorgeous all over the face. Like I love this product so much. But I'm actually just going to take like a tiny bit on the same stippling brush, because this is the thing is that I find, I don't know, I don't like using loads of different brushes because I actually kind of like when the formulas mix together on the brush because then it just applies natural, more natural on the face. And taking that in the high points, I find this such a lovely way to add highlighter without being like a shimmer bomb. Can you see the glow it's just given me? But like still appears like my skin, which is always my goal with makeup. Me dripping on my products. I'm so weird. I honestly feel like this YouTube channel is now just like more and more of my weirdness is coming out. I probably started off like really nonchalant and cool, and then the further we delve in, it just goes from worse to worse. Oh my god, I didn't realise this was like had shimmer in, I think. I actually can't tell if that's the packaging or the product. But this e.l.f. Camo Liquid Bronzer and Contour, I was actually genuinely baffled by this. I don't know, I didn't expect a lot from it, I'm gonna be so honest. I kind of used it thinking, oh, you know, I might like it. Honestly, it's really good. Like it blends, I mean, you'll see now. I haven't used it in quite a while, but from memory, it's very pigmented. I'm just gonna go in with that so far. Yeah, okay, it is. It's super pigmented, so I'm glad I only used a tiny bit. But can you see just how effortlessly it blends? You do have to work semi-quick with it because I feel like it dries down quite quickly. But the shade and everything is just, they really have nailed this formula. I feel like e.l.f. is one of those brands that knocks it out of the park every time. They've just got so many cult classics in the drugstore. But yeah, I also, like in Berlin, so the reason I went there was because e.l.f. and H&M did a collaboration for the first time, which is so exciting. I felt very, very lucky to be a part of the celebration. I wish I could have had the video to show you guys, but some of us are lacking a few brain cells. Yeah, look at that. It just adds like that gorgeous warmth to my skin. And it's that perfect mixture between a cool tone and a bronzer shade. And there's like no lifting, which is great. Because that's sometimes the issue I find with like liquids and creams is when they disturb my base. That's why I always kind of typically go for a patting motion, because then I find you don't disrupt the base as much. Okay, I actually did bring in these two NYX butter blushes, or butter bronzer and butter blush actually, Lauren. I don't think I need the butter bronzer because it's already added so much warmth to my face. But this one in the shade light medium, I honestly love it. So if you want like a pigmented bronzer, like I literally tap my brush in, you're good to go. Very lightly, very, very lightly. But for blush, I'm gonna use this, which looks such a pretty shade. Butter Blush Soft Pink, which is a very inventive name because it is a soft pink. And this one's got a lovely sheen to it. I think some of them are matte. The only thing is they don't have a mirror, and I wish they did. I'm gonna swirl my brush in. Yeah, I love that shade. That is gorgeous. This reminds me of the shade Baby Doll from YSL. And then I'm just going to do my favourite trick of sweeping some across the eyelid. And then actually, I tell you what I could do is use the butter bronzer for eyeshadow. I mean, not if I drop it, because it'll be smashed on the floor. How's life been? So, oh my god, the other day, I had my birthday! Oh my god, I had my birthday. Here's me sat being like, I don't know what to talk about. I've literally nothing's happened in my life. It was my birthday. What did I do for it? I mean, on the actual day, I just had a super duper chill day. My mum came up to London, which was so nice. We went around Richmond, had brunch together, went shopping, just like my ideal day. Then I ended up going to the gym in the evening because I had a shoot the next day. The shoot was in Manchester, so I had to wake up at 5 AM. So that's why I was like, I couldn't have a crazy one. But then I celebrated the weekend before, like with friends, and we went out for drinks, which was nice. So I woke up at 5 AM, all ready to go to the airport, not the airport, the train station, and got there, missed my train. So, well, they wouldn't let me on because of like, it was a whole fiasco basically. Anyway, managed to get on to the next one, and then I was only half an hour behind schedule, so it wasn't the end of the world. But the shoot went really, really well. The team was so lovely. It's a good day. A good day. And then headed back here, and then just been quite busy actually with like events and things. So it's been my week. I really like that on the eyelids. It's very nice. Very good, very nice. Right, I'm gonna have to be like super speedy because it's 10:31. Brunch is at 11:15, so I need to leave the door like literally in 5 minutes, which is fine because we're gonna be done super duper soon. And for mascara, the L'Oreal Panorama. It's good. It's very good. For drugstore mascara, like honestly, I think it's one of my all-time favorites. This and also the Maybelline Sky High is also a great option. In fact, let me bring you in closer. One of those mascara formulas that's like super buildable. That's literally one coat, which for a day to day I do actually only like applying one coat just because it's easier to remove in the evening. Brows wise, I've been loving this combination from Colourpop. We can't get the brush off. Right, so I'm gonna start by, oh my god, I'm literally dropping everything. So I'm just gonna go and fill in, basically I've got a scar here from when I fell off a motorbike. So I'm just going in with this brow pencil and filling in any sparse areas, and I've got a little ball patch here randomly. But that's pretty much all I do with my brows typically. This Brow Boss eyebrow gel, it's a good one. It's a goldie. Because my eyebrows tend to have a mind of their own, and this one I find just doesn't stay in place, which is all that you could really ask for in an eyebrow gel. Kind of its job. I've literally got hair on my face. So yeah, I brush them back and then brush them into place. I feel like if you've seen any of my other videos, you're probably like, I've heard you say that a million times. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a repeater. When I like a method, I like a method. Okay, you're being zoomed back out. Goodbye, that's in. One final touches. So I'm just gonna wipe off a bit of the Lano lips, and then go in with this lip liner, which is the L'Oreal 601 Worth It. I feel like most of the products are L'Oreal, but honestly they are just the goat of the drugstore. Like I love all their products. I feel like e.l.f., L'Oreal, Maybelline, also Essence. I love their liquid, not liquid, powder highlighter. Milani, it's also really good. I used to love their blush. Now, I do feel like I need to try more of the drugstore because I kind of just have my favorites and I stick with them. And I'm very, very fortunate to be sent like loads of lovely makeup now from like literally dream brands. But drugstores where, you know, that's where I started. Like I feel like these products, they're so nostalgic to me because I just remember saving up my pocket money to buy like new L'Oreal mascara and I'd be so excited. So to kind of go back and share with you all of my favorites because, you know, you don't have to spend loads of money. I feel like sometimes it's really nice to treat yourself on like a luxury item, but I'm showing you that you can do it just with what you got. This is the L'Oreal lip gloss in Heighten, and this is a pinker lip than I typically go for. I feel like that spring vibe, even though weather's not giving spring, mentally I'm in spring mode right now. It was the lip that I kind of wanted to go for today. Right, I did finish the makeup by literally adding on a touch of this L'Oreal infallible 3-second setting mist. Basically my camera ran out of battery, had to get like really quickly changed. I've got my jeans on from, you can't see, literally can't see. Took the pins out. This is the finished makeup. Let me know what you think, and if you have used any of these products, if you like any of these products, shall catch you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. Goodbye.